Bitcoin is doing exactly what we want to see it do right now. We have managed to hit this area of resistance up here, which is the same area that Bitcoin topped out in before. But if we take a closer look at how we've actually interacted with this level and that subsequent drop down, we are right now, I think, doing way better than what happened last time. See, last time we messed around for a little bit after this rejection and then dropped down like a rock. In this case here, when we started to make that drop after messing around for a little bit, we have done far better. We haven't dumped as quickly, we haven't dumped as low, and we've also now got, and this is the same thing I was warning you guys about on this YouTube channel days ago. If you've been subscribed, you're going to know about this. We've now got this beautiful area of support starting to form, where previously actually we were finding some pretty consistent, useful, predictable resistance here with this Ichimoku cloud. This is now turning into support, which we may very well be able to use to rally on a little bit higher. So I want to break this down for you. Obviously it's not ideal that Bitcoin has lost its first area of support right here. We were bouncing off it quite nicely. I was warning you guys that this could end up serving as some sort of support for Bitcoin as well. And it did do that. We found support originally when we got that breakout. We came back to get another bounce. It didn't quite work out. We got that swing failure pattern to the upside right here and came right back down. It wasn't really even a swing failure pattern. It's really just a wick. And then we came down and found support here again, but unfortunately it has now flipped. And that does mean that we might be finding some more resistance here now. So we're going to have to watch this to see how this does play out for Bitcoin right here. If we do start finding resistance, then, you could make an argument that we're going to start dipping back down into this range right here. And if we actually take a look at where Bitcoin is with the broader situation right now in this market, what I can see quite clearly, ladies and gents, is that, a situation where, look, if this whole kind of support block that Bitcoin has right here, kind of down to 25K, if this area kind of fails and ends up dropping down, and Bitcoin ends up dropping down from here, then, support isn't amazing on the way down. There are definitely a lot of key levels, but, my concern is that the longer you kind of fuck around, the more you find out, basically. And that's an important thing to keep in mind. When you, here, I'll give you a really, really good example. This one's going to really hit home for a lot of people. If we take a look at the $30,000 level here, we were fucking around for quite a long time, and then we sure as shit found out afterwards when the Bitcoin price halved, when we lost that 30K area of support. And actually, we can really put this in perspective. Bitcoin didn't drop a cent below, with a few exceptions over here. It didn't drop down with any meaningful closes or anything like that below the 30K level for quite a while, for 500 days. And then when we finally did lose it, it was just absolutely rapid the way the market dropped down. So this is really important to be keeping in mind, guys. When you're actually looking at a situation like this where the price is starting to really get comfortable at a support level, or where you're just constantly testing the support level for quite a long time, and especially the longer that becomes, if you do end up getting that drop, usually the steeper that drop is going to be as well. But equally, this is kind of where the opportunity shines for Bitcoin a little bit, because, if we look at this chart right here, just kind of a slightly more zoomed out approach, only focusing on this one area of resistance for Bitcoin right here in the kind of low $28,000 range. This is where that wick was for Bitcoin previously back in August last month. If we're able to get back up to these kind of levels here, and then of course, more importantly, break them, there's nothing left for Bitcoin until we get to that key $30,000 range. And it's the same thing for the $30,000 range, but this time in the opposite direction, because, over here, and just specifically, if we look at the market since back here, up to today, it's been, basically half a year since we've been trying to break out of this 30K range. And again, eventually, these levels, the more you test them, you have to expect that they're potentially going to start breaking. And if they do, it's going to be something a little bit more like a rocket ship, than a slower grind, I think, So that's something which I really want to keep in mind. I've been very confidently telling you guys that, I was just feeling like people were too damn bearish down here. They were too damn bearish down here at fucking support levels, like the exact areas where people like you and I are actually going to start being like, hey, hang on a minute. This is support, and support is where the price bounces. And I read that in page 1, chapter 1 of every fucking technical analysis book ever published in the history of TA books. So maybe there's something to it. You know, and obviously the rest of the crypto market doesn't think that way. They think, oh, the market is crashing, maybe I should sell because it's going to crash way more. And so fear really kind of captivates people and drives them on the other side of your and my trades. You know, they actually provide us the exit liquidity or the entry liquidity, which is absolutely beautiful. So thank you very much. I'll see you all in the next one. Cheers.